YouTube? Topaz Yates back with a new show here. In this one we're going to call this Versus series, in which what we're going to do here is directly compare individual projects with each other. And the reason I'm doing this is for a bunch of reasons really, because one, this is something that you guys have consistently asked for, and two, a lot of people get things really mistaken, because when I do a review for an album, I always give it a number on how I feel about it at that time, and a lot of people get that twisted, thinking that, okay, if I gave this project an 8 and this project a 6, I'm overtly saying that this 8 is better than that, and that's not necessarily so. And this is something that I've said from the beginning of this. This is why I never wanted to give number ratings to any of these projects, but yet you guys demanded for that as well. But the thing is, my number rating is how I honestly feel about that project at the time, and two, it's more of a comparison to my expectations for that particular act, not so much the quality of music that's going on around us all at one time, you did? So what I'm saying is an 8 for, like, say, Rick Ross or somebody like that could be less than a 6 from, say, Kendrick Lamar, because you got to expect more from him. But so in this Versus series, we're going to put all of that to rest and directly compare these, and I'm going to stand by it 100%, no matter what people say. Now, we can disagree on a lot of these things, but yet this is how I feel, exactly why these particular projects are better than the others. So in this debut episode, we're going to go in on J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only, versus Kendrick Lamar's Damn. Now, some people may feel as though it's somewhat of an unfair advantage because J. Cole has been out for quite some time and Kendrick Lamar just came out not that long ago, but yet I still feel as though it will even out because the music is just the music. But okay, here's the ground rules, man. We're going to be breaking down these albums based on 4 categories. First one is quality music, which is pretty much the songs that I still enjoy after all this time of both of them. Those is what I feel as though are quality music. Second, we're going to break down the concept. Third, we're going to break down the lyricism. Fourth, we're going to break down the production. And honestly, who has the most check marks on all of these are going to be overtly the best project out of the 2. So let's start with quality music, man, and pretty much the songs that I enjoyed the most from these albums that have survived over this period of time. And you know, some songs from this Kendrick Lamar can fade away, but right now, as we see it, these are the songs that I definitely enjoyed, and we almost got a tie here, because there's 3 songs from both. On that For Your Eyes Only, I like that Change, I like that For Your Eyes Only, I like that Immortal. Those songs have survived this long on my playlist, and I really do enjoy them still to this day. While the songs that I like off that Damn album is that Humble, that DNA, and that God song. Those are pretty dope. So 3 songs on each side of the fence here, but yet the things that separate them is the fact that J. Cole did it in 10 songs. He gave us 3 out of 10, which is 30%, while Kendrick Lamar gave us 3 songs out of 13. Like, you don't want to include the intro because it's not an actual song. That equals out to 23% of that album was hot. So overall, you got to give the check mark to J. Cole as far as quality music is concerned. Yes, we're going to disagree with that, much like most of this whole video right here, dude. But yet, this is just how I feel about it. Next, we're going to jump into the concept, in which this was overtly dominated by J. Cole, and it's not even close, because J. Cole's concept is well fleshed out, while Kendrick Lamar's really wasn't. Because when you break it down, what J. Cole's concept was is his homie giving him an album to play just for his daughter that passed away, and every single song meant directly to that. While Kendrick Lamar's concept was a bunch of songs that were all loosely tied in together, that he brought them all back at the very end, but yet he didn't bring them all back at the very end, so it overall just wasn't a completely fluid and well thought out concept. Next, we're going to jump into the lyricism, where the edge goes directly to Kendrick Lamar, and this one isn't even that close. Now, a lot of people will be able to come up with excuses for J. Cole, saying that his album is more just a big story, so he's doing more storytelling than spitting bars, but that's no excuse here. Something that I've said consistently throughout the years. Every song that you have an opportunity to drop some pretty dope bars, and quite obviously Kendrick Lamar does a better job on this album than J. Cole does on his. So you got to give the check mark to Kendrick Lamar here. And lastly, we jump on this production, man, where this this one is where it gets interesting because J. Cole is his own producer. Like, that is his own innate skill that people hire him to do for others and such. And he definitely does his own thing here. But yet, he brings in acts as well, just like Kendrick Lamar bring in acts. But yet, it's completely different because these acts are pretty much playing off of what he did, while Kendrick Lamar is just going after seeking out beats. And you know, the name brands are there on each side of the fence here because J. Cole brought in Boy Wonder, he brought in Cardiac, he brought in Childish Major, like he brought in some pretty big names, while Kendrick Lamar brought in Mike Will Made It, he brought in Cardo, he brought in Ninth Wonder, he brought in The Alchemist. Honestly, if you just going by a name brand, then you would think that Kendrick Lamar's was better, but yet that's not how this works. You can pay a lot of money to get a name brand beat, but yet the only thing that matters in the end was it a dope beat? And quite honestly, the doper beats came over with J. Cole. As I said in my last video about Kendrick Lamar, this is an innate flaw that's within TDE, is how they select subpar beats from not only Kendrick Lamar, but from everybody that's within that label. And the thing that I'm not saying here is that this was a landsliding victory here, because quite honestly, it could go one way or the other. Like, it is that close, because these beats that J. Cole had, not all of them were that great. But the edge really comes with J. Cole knowing himself, knowing what beats he matches really well with, and bringing other people in to help him with it and such. That's why a lot of his beats really work for him, while you look at songs like XXX from this Kendrick Lamar album, where that beat just completely did not mesh with him at all. So as you obviously should know right now, this J. Cole album is better than this Kendrick Lamar album, but again, it's not by that much. Like, quite frankly, J. Cole has dropped consistently over time, and this is because a lot of J. Cole songs off this project began to wear on me over time, and the whole ranking that I had for him has dropped severely since then. But I still consider that to be better than this Kendrick album that has not quite fallen that much yet. So definitely tell me what you think. I'm sure we're not going to agree or see eye to eye on this one, which that's all cool in the game, but in the end, hit me with some of your facts though. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.